Hello YouTube and welcome back to Let's Play Dungeon Defenders. This is the second boss level, as you might have known, because it is the 8th level. Every 4 levels there's a boss, pretty much. Alright, so there's a lot of mana on this level. And I think you're expected to be a little bit higher level, because there's 480 mana, I think. Let's see. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. 490, actually, wait. I don't know. I apparently can't count, because there were 7 chests, and they each contained 70, I don't know. Alright, so this level is pretty interesting. I do like that it is symmetrical, but that isn't always helpful, I guess. I mean, it kind of is, but oh well. This slightly, I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's just something that does come up, is that the, you can place it like as close as you can to the wall, but then when you put the second one, there's still a little gap, so it's really unlikely that any of the monsters will get through there, but it's still a gap. So anyways, I'm going to put a bunch of spike blockades down, just to defend all the areas with, or defend the middle area that has the crystal, and I'm basically going to mirror my defenses. So this one, you can only really fit one. You could probably squeeze in two, but it's not really worth it. This area, because there's a door right there behind the thrones? I was gonna say the throne chairs or something, but they're just thrones. You kind of have to put 2 right there, and I'm probably not making this part right here the same as it was on the last side, like a little bit closer or farther than the other one. But anyways, I'm just putting down a whole bunch of spike blockades because I really want to make sure that none of the enemies can just run through to the end, or to the crystal. Alright, not gonna have, actually, I'm gonna have enough for, no, I'm not gonna have enough for any harpoon turrets. So now, I've just got to get rid of all the archers on my own, at least for this round. There's just one orc there, there's a couple goblins coming in. This is a good way just to look at the map. Yeah, occasionally they do get out of range somehow, or they get behind the spike blockade somehow, I don't know. I'm not even going to wait to see whether or not the archer would actually just be killed by it anyways. That probably was bad placement of the spike blockade. Probably could have placed that better so that they didn't get stuck behind it. I think there was kobolds already. I thought I heard kobold. I don't know. And here's an archer that was smart, and that orc, like this area in particular, occasionally the orcs, or I guess any enemy, but I've mostly seen it with orcs, where they'll get stuck and just kind of walk back and forth not knowing which way to go. So again, you got to keep an eye on that, and remember to take them out on your own when you have the chance. Now, in this wave, or this build phase, I have to build all the harpoon turrets that I'm going to be using. Basically, just put at least one behind every spike blockade. Obviously, you're not going to have enough defense units to put one for each spike blockade, but just every area where you have a spike blockade. Now, of course, there are these areas where there's only one, so you're putting a 1-to-1 ratio. But for those big hallways that have the three spike blockades, you only need 1 or 2 behind them. But because the boss does come from the left side, the west side, I guess you could say, you do have to put a little more harpoon turrets there. I don't think you can put that many more. I think it's only 4 or 5 that you can actually fit, depending on where you put the other harpoon turrets. or how many other harpoon turrets you have. But another thing to remember is that there are wyverns this map, starting on the second wave. So you're going to need to make sure your harpoon turrets can get them. And if you're playing as any other class, then again, you need to make sure about that, because not every class has something to defeat the wyverns. So yeah, just pay attention to that, and you should be good. And I think I am just going to put 2 harpoon turrets there behind these walls, because the big main alleys, aisles, hallways, things, this thing, where I am, you can defend that with your own hero most of the time, because the spike blockades are pretty good. So there's just one more chest, and then a little bit more stray mana just all around. So let's see how well this goes. Just gonna put down, man, so close to enough for 2, but just gonna put down 1 on this side, and then go defend the other side by hand, or by sword, I guess. And some of the defenses were a little bit hurt. I could have healed them a little bit, but again, it's just a tiny amount, and I'm already scavenging for mana as it is, so I didn't want to use any just to repair that little bit of health. Alright, and with that little bit of mana, oh wait, that's all the defense units I can use. Okay, so I'm going to have to get rid of some of the spike blockades, I mean not the spike blockades, the harpoon turrets, like one of these. I'm going to get rid of the one closer to the wall. It's always a good idea, keep an eye on your, not that one, keep an eye on your defense units, because they will go quicker than you think, unless of course you keep an eye on it. So, with that being said, I guess I'm going to get rid of the other one over here, and then use a, what is it, use 2 right here. Now I don't think this is a very good idea, especially if you're scavenging for mana. Don't sell something when you have mana. That's not a good idea. I mean, not when you have mana, when you have full mana, because then when you're selling it, all the mana that you get from selling it is just wasted. Alright, so that was a pretty easy wave. Not that many enemies, but now I'm just going to upgrade this little area as much as I can. Because, like I said, the boss comes from this side, so you really want to put as many defenses as you can. If anything, you could even get rid of 1 or 2 of the spike blockades here, just to make room for more harpoon turrets. Need more mana. Or you can remove 1 of these spike blockades on both sides, because, like I said in the Servant Quarter episode, the enemies will target your defenses, so you don't necessarily need to block off all of their paths with the defense. You can just put 1 in the way, and they'll just sort of gravitate towards it. Obviously, if there's a big group of them, then some of them will get pushed around it and then ignore it, but for the most part, they will stop and attack it. Alright, but I'm going to keep it there just in case, because I'd prefer to have more spike blockades, just in the case of a bunch of enemies or something. Alright, just gathering some more mana, because I need to upgrade. And between rounds, always use your minimap to see which defenses are hurt. If they're flashing the way they are, that means it's just a little bit hurt, and it's not really a big deal. But remember that every wave does get harder than the last, pretty much. So even if you think, oh, that last wave, they were okay, they can survive another round just like that, well, it's going to be a little harder. So try to account for that when determining whether or not they'll survive. And I'm fairly confident that they will survive, because the round doesn't get that much harder. And now, the next phase, the next wave, combat phase of wave, okay, harpoon turrets, they are pretty good where they are because of shooting down their lane and getting all of that pierce, but when they occasionally don't have anyone in front of them, then they do aim for the ones on the side, but because they're lower, they usually just shoot into the wall. So that's something you should watch out for. You don't need them to help necessarily by attacking the ones on the upper layer, but when they do, occasionally that'll distract them from the enemies that they can hit right here. And that kobold is really running. Occasionally the kobolds, if they can't get to their target fast enough, then they will just explode on their own. So that's always something to remember. And dang it, I think because I went over there, he lit his fuse before he was in range of the harpoon turret. So then he started running quickly before the harpoon turret could kill it. Let's see, just gonna... You know what? I don't need to upgrade the spike blockades. And that is because the boss is very frustrating, because that's not what I'm trying to do. It is frustrating because he moves your defenses when he runs into them. So even if you have the spike blockades to kind of stop him and to keep him from moving, the spike blockades aren't actually going to help you very much, because he can just push them away and destroy them pretty quickly, actually. This boss, I know he has a weak point, and I'm pretty sure I know what it is, but I've never really been able to take advantage of it. I've always had to overcome it with just sheer force, and because of the way I built this defense, and I only have 2 harpoon turrets on that side, I'm not exactly sure how well using force will work. I'm guessing he's more of a DPS fighter boss, meaning that it's... oops, I didn't need to get that because I already got so much mana. Anyways, I'm guessing he's not meant to be fought primarily with defenses, or at least not the Squire's defenses, because of how you can just push right through them. Now, something to keep track of is that it's not the final wave, but there are ogres, 1 on each side, and they are different colors, which means that one is stronger than the other, but I'm not actually sure which one is stronger. I think the one on the left side is stronger, because it's green, but I'm not sure. And another thing to remember is that I always tend to think, okay, the boss is on the left side, I should focus everything on the left side and ignore the right side. But that's not true. Your defenses can get overrun with the way I have it now if you just leave it alone. Remember to upgrade it when you can. Even if you do prioritize the right side, make sure that you're not forgetting the left side. Or reverse that. If you're prioritizing the left side, don't forget the right side. And I guess vice versa works as well. So even though this side is really upgraded, so it's pretty good and well defended, my other side only has 1 harpoon turret and the spike blockades, so that's good, but there's a lot of wyverns coming this time, and I'm not sure how well the harpoon turrets will be able to get them. And oh look, a warrior. They're always fun. Sarcasm, but that worked out well. And oh look, an archer fell off the edge. Alright. Alright. So now I'm just gonna sort of get the attention of the ogre a little bit, so that he's not running in and attacking my defenses, because it has a sort of area of effect damage, and he's not targeting me at all. But he has a little bit of an area of effect damage, so even with the spike blockades there, the harpoon turret is still going to get hurt, and I'm about to die. And I died. Okay. Alright, so anyways, even with the spike blockade there, the harpoon turret will still take damage from the ogre, and the kobolds for that matter. So you gotta be careful about that. You could move the spike blockades up and then just keep the harpoon turret a little farther back to prevent it from taking damage. But obviously it's not 100% necessary, because my harpoon turret did survive that, and I'm just repairing it a little more. Don't need to repair those as much, because the spike blockades do have plenty of health. I'm just going to upgrade the harpoon turret a little bit more, because next round there is going to be another ogre, and it is going to be a little bit stronger. And these guys are taking a long time because they're slow, so I'm just going to go in and take them out with my sword anyways. And there's one more on the other side, the mage. The mage. He's getting stuck over there because he doesn't know which way he wants to go. and it's holding up the wave, which means you're getting less points because the wave takes longer, and of course it's taking longer, so that's annoying. Alright, if you just walk up to him, then he'll start running away from you, but if you can kill him fast, then that's not a problem. Alright, what do these do? Nah, they don't have... nah, they... It gives me 2 less movement speed, but it does increase the range of my towers and attack speed, so okay. I'll use them. Even though I'd prefer a little bit more movement speed, the 2 isn't really a big difference, but the 10 in range is a pretty big deal, so I'll use that. Alright, and I actually am going to upgrade these. In the hero info, go here just to show it off. You can invest all and then be able to upgrade 1 point, which I'm going to put into hero speed, or you can hold invest and then wait until you invest it all. I'm going to put it in hero speed. Or you can go to pro mode, and then as long as you have enough mana and you're able to level up more, then you can just increase the stat just by clicking on it. And I'm going to increase these a little more, and then increase my movement speed. And once you get to your your last level, it won't let you use pro mode anymore. You'll have to use invest or invest all. And then you get to rename your item, but I don't really want to name it, so I'm just going to increase hero speed a little bit more. Probably would have been more helpful if I increased the range and the attack speed, but I've already increased it quite a bit, as you can see, and I don't want to spend the time upgrading any of these because again, I almost feel like it's cheating because I have 2 billion mana, almost. But I mean, I am getting a lot of mana, so it's not like you wouldn't be able to upgrade it that much normally. Alright, so I'm just going to start the round. That was probably a bad idea, because I could still upgrade a little bit more. And this is the final round, so there will be a boss at the end of it. And the goblins are stronger, which I'm not sure if it's only the goblins. I think the other minions, or the other enemies are stronger as well, but I'm not sure exactly. And in the last episode, or the last wave, the ogres came at the same time, but in this one, the one on the left comes a little bit sooner. I'm not really sure how much of a difference that makes, but if you're using a DPS hero, then it's always nice to focus on one and then have the other one come later, like it is now. So I'm just going to run away because I'm getting hurt. And oh look, I can level up as the round is going, but I can't actually level up during the round. It just lets you know that at the end of the round I'll be able to level up. And healing myself a little bit. I don't have much health, so it doesn't take very long to heal myself. Alright, just going to take out these enemies so that they're not bothering the defenses. And yeah, I probably should have upgraded these a little more, and I'm getting hurt a lot, so just heal. Alright, trying to help out by attacking the ogre, but I'm not doing that much damage. Oh, dang it, and I died again. Alright, and oh no, a wyvern got through, so I'm going to have to take that one out on my own. And wyverns are very annoying. And you, oh no, my defenses are really low on health now. And now I don't have any mana because I died. But just gonna upgrade that one because it's low health, and upgrading will probably be faster than actually repairing it. And just get a little bit more mana so I can upgrade these. Because again, that did get to pretty low health, and there was more mana that I could have used, but I spent some more time talking about upgrading my items rather than my defenses. So that took a little bit more time, and just get rid of these mages because they're annoying. And I'm just going to repair that one instead of upgrading it, because hopefully I'll be able to defeat this boss quickly, and I won't have to worry about these enemies, or these defenses getting hurt. Alright, and I do have enough defense units for a bouncer blockade, which I am going to use actually, right here, just to give something, or just to stop the boss a little bit. I'm not sure exactly how much range my harpoon turrets have, so I don't know if it's going to be able to attack it from that distance, but I do know that the boss is going to kind of push through it, so it's not going to be that helpful, but it will do something. Alright. Just gotta wait for the boss. Wish I could skip through this bit a little quicker, but unfortunately you cannot. And come on. Faster. Go, go, go. Alright. This boss is the Goblin mech. And he's much more dangerous than he looks. And he looks pretty dangerous. Because he shoots missiles, but occasionally they get stuck, and it's like, oh hey, that's his weak point, you should shoot that, you should go in there and attack that little part, but I can't do that. I don't have any defenses on that side of him. I don't have any ranged attacks. I mean, he just shoots missiles. I mean, he doesn't just shoot missiles, but the missiles that he shoots are very annoying. I'm just gonna wait for him to get closer, and then hopefully the harpoon turrets will be able to attack him. Yeah, they've got pretty good range now. And he does take reduced damage from physical attacks, which is why I said the Squire is probably not the recommended class to beat him with. And I'm dead. Okay. At least I respawn quickly. That's nice. But I'm probably going to lose a couple of those defenses, which will be pretty frustrating, because obviously, yeah, you can see he's just pushing right through them. I am not doing that much damage. This is not good. Just repairing my bouncer blockade. Not really sure why. It's not really doing that much damage anyways. Alright, not good, not good, not good. And he does have that like spiral slice thing that will hurt me if I'm standing behind him. And the missiles are homing onto me. That's always nice. Alright, oops, that's what I meant to do. Heal. Alright, I'm trying to get his attention a little bit so that he's not hurting my defenses as much, but he's almost dead. He's almost there, and I'm dead. Okay. He's almost there, but my defenses are also almost dead. And yes! I got him. And now I get another weapon, another armor piece, and a bunch of mana, even though I do not need it. Seriously, I have 1,995,630 some odd number more. I do not need more mana. Alright, but I do need another sword. Because as you can tell, I haven't been picking up weapons throughout the level, so item box will be giving me the diamond tip carver, which actually isn't stronger, but gives me a little more attack power. This one gives me more. I'm going to switch to it, mostly because I prefer the look of it. Not necessarily because its stats are better. And look at it, it's so much bigger. It's awesome. Alright, so that's this boss. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Seek. Alright. And I'll see you next time.